latest design. Be the first to get this incredible design only on My Mini Factory Frontiers. Hey guys, Ben here from Second Dynasty. We are here because the Odyssey, this thing, is... I forgot to turn off Dropbox again. Let's do this. Let's snooze until... Oh, I keep clicking this too early. 1 hour. We're going to be done by then because it's not going to be a huge long stream. There we go. The Odyssey is ending in 29 minutes on Frontiers. This is a mini campaign that we've been running for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I think maybe it's only 3 weeks. I can't remember when we launched. I think we launched on the 22nd. Yes, we did, because it was Second Dynasty Day. And we had a huge sale, which was great. 25k. Awesome job, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this. We've unlocked a ton of different stretch goals. And I am working on one of them right now. But since we are streaming, I should probably pay attention to the chat. Hey, Mr. Train Nerd. Nice to see someone from so far away. I look so tired and hungry. Here, have some biscuits. Thank you, John. Please bring them to me. Hello from USA, Georgia. Hello back, Eric Anderson, with a very Swedish name for someone from USA, Georgia. I'm guessing when they say USA, Georgia, they mean not Georgia, the country. Georgia, USA, people would understand anyway, usually. Let's see. Yes. Oh, you've got a fan in there? Cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So what am I looking at? Okay, let's have a look at the Odyssey. And actually, yeah, let's have a look at the Odyssey. I don't know how far I can get this camera going, so let me move it to the close-up version. And we can look at it over on the table with this glorious sunlight. It's complete. That's as far as it goes. You can see the mess. Here's my hand for scale. There are a few things that I am adjusting. But overall, very happy with it. Okay, I'm guessing the comments are lit or something.
7-Up.
Oh, Dalton. Yeah, so today, what I thought I would do...
Slow it down there, J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, well, we can look at a picture I took so you can see it in a bit more detail. So nice and shiny. Very happy with how it's coming out. The one thing I'm not 100% happy with is the hangar bay door. So this is my original print. Yesterday I actually did a new release of Odyssey, which was I think 1.04, I think I want to say. And in it we had some new pieces for the hangar bay doors, which are about 20% lighter, so they're not too heavy, and they should lock a little bit better. At the moment, I can't get it to stay up. We've also added a few supports. I'll show you in a second. I need to turn on deck B. So now, if I turn on deck A, here you can see that there are these little supports that just stretch up to the top there and hold that ceiling in place. Now this doesn't work perfectly at the moment, but it works quite well actually as a solution for holding up the ceiling. It's just like it could probably be a little bit higher up, but yeah, they printed very quick ones on both sides, so that holds up the roof. Because technically there's nothing connecting the roof here, and that's the main issue. If you could connect these parts to here, right? But then you would have a hard time taking it off. So I'm hoping that if we have lighter hangar bay doors. It can be held up in place, but I'm not going to know for a couple of days if it is working as intended. Hoister of steel, yes. Yes, Ben is doing awesome progress in the gym. A good boy. Oh, a good boy. I am doing better in the gym. I am feeling a lot better. And yes, I will be there. Yeah, Hannes is attempting a chin up tonight, and I will be there for the moral support and also to sweat a bit. So yeah, this is Odyssey. And yeah, what you will notice here are a couple of different items. And yes, I was going to go over what we've released for milestones. So the captain's chair upgrade, this has been released. You can download it already if you own it. The bulkhead door frame variants also out. So that will let you customize where the doors are and any of the bulk heads, including some modular solutions. We have our medbay upgrade. That's out as well. We have the tactical and 1 to 270 scale model of the ship. John has actually got this in a prototype phase, so I can't imagine this will be any longer than a day or two. The crew chair upgrades are out. The shuttle pod variant is out, and in the shuttle bay we can turn that on real quick. I can put the lighting on too, so it looks a little cooler. Let's see. So Maya needs a second to think. Oh, these lights are quite strong. Yeah, maybe I have too many lights on. Yeah, let's turn off the deck A lights there. Oh, what? What on earth did it do that for? Okay, that's a bit odd. I guess it normalizes the lighting or something. So, yeah, this is the original shuttle pod, which is only available as a sort of bonus item if you reserve the campaign early. You can still buy it if you want, and it's included in the all-in pledge anyway. But and the new one is here, and you can kind of see down into it that it is a lot more detailed than the original shuttle pod. Mured Bay. Yeah. No, that sounds like it belongs on the sleep now. Mured is mead.
Printing bacon.
Printing bacon. Ooh, that sounds good. Anyway,
we need you to go to about 50% to Star Trek / modern lighting.
I don't know what that means. 50% to Star Trek? See,
Yeah.
why is that doing that now? That's so weird, and it's like so intense. I don't know. It's like too many lighting samples or something going on here. And that's probably actually what it is. Let's see. I'm just going to check real quick if I've enabled enough lights. Yeah, it's reduced. Oh! Yeah, because this is my 2020. That's probably why. I think it can only do 16 light samples. I must have too many light samples on or something like that. That's why it's going all bananas. I'm going to turn it off anyway because it's just way too slow. But yes, what I'm working on now, let's get back to those stretch goals, sorry. We have the science upgrade. That was released yesterday. Been working on that since Friday. I did some work on that in the last stream, so this is what we ended up with. And actually, I can show it off in 3D because you guys like that sort of stuff.
Concerning the lighting setup, this is from Lost December launch. He said, you have super bright interior light and modern Star Trek is super dark, so you need to meet in the middle.
Right. Okay, now I see what you mean. Yeah, super dark in more ways than one. Actually, that's not true anymore. So it was. So what we have here is a cool robot arm with this sort of like, I guess it's a giant microscope. I guess it sounds like an oxymoron, but These use the same techniques with the ball and socket joint as on the spider crab. So in theory, you can rotate this arm like so. You could rotate this one, back towards there, and you could kind of get it to fold up and stow away, right? We do have items for the table and this scanner that are separate, and we have this sort of like analyzer here, which have the same kind of samples here that you see on the table. It's just they're being stowed, right? So yeah, I think that's a cool little lab now. So that one's done. Then we have the Chimera support upgrades. This is going to take a little bit of time for Albin to go through the old Chimera stuff. But he's already got a head start to render these in the first place. So it's both making it compatible with the optional, and I might say that our Odyssey does not use any support rods. So it is optional support rods, and just the modular nature of the bulkheads from the Odyssey, and you can use that on any other Chimera model is the plan, or at least the base ships. I don't know that we'll do all the stretch goals. It's probably too much work to begin with. We'll see what the interest is. So set dressing is what I'm working on, and I'll explain this in a second. John is also working on Captain Ben. It was his idea. I would never make you pay for this, but it is a free stretch goal. Or a free milestone, rather. And then the conning tower bridge I'll probably start on next week. Dalton will eventually do deck plans of the ship, just as he is doing for our traveler ships. And we also have released a cargo bay door. So basically, I'll be taking the joint from deck A here with these outer doors and figuring out how to open not all of these, but maybe one or two of these doors in the middle, just so that it can fold down and you can access the cargo bay when the ship has landed, right? And then finally, we have also unlocked a rear dorsal airlock and side weapon variants. So the rear dorsal airlock, if you are a regular here, you would have seen that I originally had a sketch for an airlock here at the back. So we'll be putting that back in. And the side weapon variants, here we have these laser lens or arrays. And so instead of lasers, it was suggested that we could have missile tubes. And we will be doing something like that. Probably changing it a little bit so that we can support existing missiles, which would be nice. Stowaways, the big lampreys, and the succubus, I suppose. Yes, indeed. There were some freebies. If you look in the updates, I realized I didn't have that anywhere on the actual page that it's included. I probably should have done that. And then the last milestone, I don't think we'll hit it. We're still over 1800 away from it, but it would have been a robotic arm. To be perfectly honest, I'm kind of happy we didn't hit it, because that sounds like a bit of a nightmare. But, it was kind of a dream number for this campaign. I'm really stoked that we've reached 25.5, because we were only, on Monday we were still at like 21 or something. So really happy to see the performance. Of course, it's a Frontier. It's not a Kickstarter. It doesn't have, we didn't print the ship completely. And this is an important note to bring up. And I guess we're committing to it a little bit. For ages, we have, always kept our campaigns open for extended periods of time. We're going to continue to do that. But we will have price hikes starting on Friday after workout. So 5 p.m. on Friday local time, which is Central European time, or GMT plus 1, UTC plus 1. But still having options for like discounts or whatnot, but to kind of like reward people for supporting us in the beginning, but also like honestly, if you are sitting and waiting to pledge on this campaign because you're waiting for payday to come up, get in touch with us. We'll get you a discount code so you can get it back to the prices that we're at now. But in general, we don't want to we want to create a bit of exclusivity, and also we need to eventually separate all of these products into, like, there's over $300 worth of product or something if you were going at record, like, retail prices. So if John had his way, it would be even higher. But yeah, so get in on now before Friday if you haven't. We've got 14 minutes left. Let's go and look at what we're actually doing. Because, again, set dressing, what do I mean? Let me kill a couple of decks here. And we'll get down, we'll turn off some of these stretch goals. Sorry, milestones they're called. And we want to get off deck B hull there. So in our bulkheads we have these little indentations which we've used in our traveller ships to add partitions. And what I'm doing is creating a variety of different objects that you could slot into those walls. And I need to close off some polygons here, I've realized. Just a collection of, panels and features that you could slot into these walls. Like this is an example here that I'm turning into something printable. We have, a fire extinguisher. We have an intercom. I kind of made up this new semiotic for it. That's not an official one. These tanks, and yeah, it's I'm just collecting bits and bobs from the ship and making it so that if you wanted to make these walls look busier, you could install these items, right? So that was the chief idea with that. And then we probably have a few different things on different levels that we could do. You could do shelving, for example. We could do suit lockers, that sort of thing. The stuff to sort of make it feel a little bit more lived in, I guess, or busy in general. You'd still want to be able to get miniatures in here and whatnot, so it might be a tight squeeze in places, but that's the idea. I like that, John. He's on the phone to the bank, so he won't hear it if we praise him now. John is wonderful. So yeah, that's the idea. I think this is an example of an existing insert, right? And I think there was a control panel similar to this that we put into Beowulf that we could do the opposite side for. So that's the idea, to populate a number of different features that we already can see in here, and just make them something that you could, plug and play into the walls to make it feel a little less Spartan.
Who's Spartan?
It is right now, but we'll change it. I like it how that the captain has their own little seat just drifting in space. I should put on some RCS thrusters on the chair. Depends what. There have been. Oh, okay. So I'm reading Albin's comments now. All of a sudden, these insets are a neat idea. Even more modularity. That's right. Because the Odyssey is like the Chimera, a very modular ship, so you can customize the interior layout very easily if you want to change things around. Let's see. Yeah, there wasn't much more being spoken about, which is great. So it's nice for people to come and hang. We're not going to work very long today. I need to be home fairly early after 5 because it is water day. I think this is the day where my wife has to pour water out into the paddocks, and she likes a little bit of extra time. So it falls on a terrible day, but hey, we've got to celebrate the end of this campaign. So what I was just doing before I started streaming was repurposing this control panel wall from we have a control panel in deck B. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, let's turn on deck B. This control panel, right, which prints lying down. Here we're printing in a different orientation. So we need to think about that. This will print standing the way it is right now. There'll be a bit of a wall behind, and there's a ton of different things that we need to alter. You can see I've just slightly scaled down these knobs at the start here. So we've got a little bit of a slope just so that the overhangs won't be too bad with prints. Albin's also heading off early today. So I'm just going to scale this down like 20%. It's not a huge amount, but it'll help with the printing significantly. This is getting a bit testy. Sometimes it helps to just move the camera around until you find an angle where you can select the vertices without it interrupting anything. So let's see, that was 30%, that's 20%. Okay, so we've got those done. What we're looking here for is overhangs that are interfering. This is a major issue here, but I have a plan for that. So my plan consists of selecting a ton of these vertices, like a lot of them. We'll deselect, no, we want those ones. And we're going to drag them down. Let's see, so I'm selecting all of these. And we have 9 minutes remaining, guys. I don't know that we'll get anyone in that's new. I haven't actually looked. I doubt it. My mini factory tends to like do send outs a day or two before. And then all of a sudden, we'll get a ton of people. Like we got an extra 100 people, I think, from the my mini factory send outs. But then it'll be dead again. And it's the same with the campaign. It tends to be quite dead in between. We had ads running on social media, but they weren't doing very much, so we turned them off over a week ago. So it's just been word of mouth. So now if I just go into wireframe mode and just check that I haven't got any vertexes here selected that I really shouldn't, it looks reasonable, except for the fact that I think I need all of these to come down as well. Might create a bit of a weird slope here, but we're just going to pull that down. So you can see here that we've got a bit of a slope. We're going to deselect these ones. There we go, and we're just going to pull it down a little bit more. And then it's going to be a bit ugly, but you know, I think these are at such a small scale that it's not going to be too noticeable. So you can see here how I'm changing these angles. Hey Dor! Albin is heading out. He's going to pottery class. He's going to be Patrick Swayze in Ghost, but alive. Let's see. So yeah, that's being pulled down. And I'm just going to harden these edges a little bit so we don't get those weird... We do have these weird artifacts and things. Again, this is an older model, but this will still look fairly decent once you print it out. Like, this isn't like 100% optimal, but at the moment I'm just trying to provide lots of options. And this is one of many variants. So... the trick would be, and here we're not too worried about intersecting sections so much. It's like the main thing is making sure that it'll print standing upright. And if you were really worried about those details, you could just do a version that you know, use support. So I think we need to adjust under there, but otherwise I've changed everything. It's kind of like, yeah, I think you can see what I'm talking about. I hope anyway. Let me know if you're struggling and I'll try to explain it more. Let's see, 6 minutes, nice. So does the existence of a vertex also indicate the existence of a verti or vertex? Vertex, vertice, Y, I see what you did there. That's terrible. Terrible. But oh well. Let's see, I'm going to drag these down a little bit more. So yeah, really we're just hanging out and killing a bit of time before the end of the campaign. It's not like as massive as a Kickstarter campaign. Our goal has been to do... Oh, I've selected the wrong polygons in here somewhere. No? I'm gonna reselect this just to be sure. It can be easy in Maya to accidentally select polygons behind the camera, and I think that's what went on. So yeah, I'm just switching back and forth between vertex mode and polygon mode and edge loopers. So yeah, that looks alright. I do see one problem here. See this button has this massive overhang here. This will not print at all. So the only real solution is to make the button smaller. So let's start with that. That looks a bit silly. So I'm going to make it smaller, and then I'm going to also bring it in a bit closer. So it's still like a slight challenge, but most slices can handle a little bit of an overhang. So now we're not actually going negative here. At least I don't think so. Maybe I will just whoops, that was the wrong one. Deselect one more and then just scale it a tiny little bit. I need to turn off the let's see here, I need to turn off the relative setting here. So before it was like scaling 10% every time I did it. There we go. It's a bit more. Sorry, it's a bit close to the camera. So now, yeah, it should technically be an overhang, but let's we can check it out on the side, isolating it, and make sure that this is curving up, which it is. And if I selected that, you can still see that it's, yeah, it's not perfect, but I might just grab this one edge loop there and alter it slightly. There we go. Let's see. You can get by joining Friends of Benjamin in the tribe and then getting the role on Discord. Oh, they're talking about roles on our Discord. Join our Discord. Links might be in the description. I'm not sure. 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes. There's been zero movement. I don't expect any. I know that all the people here at the moment, I'm preaching to the choir. You can technically have a 90-degree angle as long as the step is smaller than the nozzle size. Yes, exactly. And in most of these cases, it would be perfectly fine. So really, a lot of this is just like you can see here, I've left this sticking out. That will be fine. So basically, it's just adding to the layer before, and yeah, it's fine with those overhangs. Although, John, I thought Prusa Slicer, the new one, was meant to be extra good at dealing with let's see, I need to change that to face mode. Oh good, that is a flat face. Yeah, but basically I thought there was meant to be some fancy new overhang thing in Prusa Slicer 2.6, but maybe I was thinking of a different technique you showed me. Oh man, that stuffed up big time. So I deleted an edge that I didn't want to. I basically just want a flat panel here because we're going to make, we're going to leave all the heavy lifting to NetFab. Let's see. So I need to invert the faces there because they were black. That lets me know that the polygons are facing in the wrong direction. So we have our basic wall now. What we need to do is to add some supports, and I think we also need to, yes, we've got 30 seconds remaining. Yeah, here we go. We'll do the countdown first. I mean, it's already probably over for you guys if you've got a bit of a delay. I'll be able to see shortly what that delay is. Yeah, okay, the delay is 20 seconds, roughly. So I have, yeah, it'll be over by now. 3, 2, 1, and it says 17 left on the other one. So the campaign is officially finished, which means we are no longer funding those milestones. So any additional funds, they won't show up on this page, and you can't unlock further milestones. So unfortunately, that robotic arm won't be happening. Oh no, I'm so upset about that. But I think we have done some really exciting stuff. The Odyssey itself is like pretty much my favorite ship at the moment. And even my friend Brian reached out after many months and said, "What is this ship? I might have to get it." So I'm very happy with that, guys. Thank you to all 476 of you that did back the campaign. If you want to get in on the campaign prices that we have today, get in before Friday. That also includes if you want to upgrade your pledges, right? So after that, we will be jacking up the prices a little bit and then probably keeping it only like a month or so before we put it onto the store. So that's where things are at. We are now going to finish the milestones for this ship, and then we are going to start working on the next project, which is, of course, presently it's known as Starfighter 3. But we've been talking as a team and discussing what we're going to do with that campaign. And because a lot of our tribes members, of which some of you are here today, they already have some of the starfighters we're going to put on offer. So we're also going to have some kind of like ground base hangar set dressing. It won't just be like slot into things, but rather standalone objects like machinery for refueling or maintaining aerospace craft. We're going to have some ground crew, amongst other things. Plenty of exciting things, and we're probably looking at late May for that kind of launch. We shall see. But I'm very happy with how this has performed. You've kept the lights on for another good while here at Second Dynasty. And let's just finish up this last object. I'm going to make sure that I think the pivot point's already in the correct sort of area. So I'm just going to move this over to here. So I know that this is roughly 2 inches there. And what I'm just going to do is cannibalize from this one. I'm going to delete anything that's not this frame. I'm going to grab the frame actually and move that over so that it looks like it's centered, right? As you can see, this is all intersecting. That doesn't really matter once we net fab it. But this gap here at the back, that we do want to affect. So we just do like this. And there we go. We have a wall insert that's 2 inches wide where you get these nice control panels. So that will do it for us for today. I don't know if we'll stream on Friday or not as regular. We may do so. But yeah, I am really enjoyed working on the Odyssey. I really am enjoying working on the milestones for that. So it's not quite over as a project for me yet, but very happy with where it's at. I hope you guys are too. It's been a pleasure, and thank you again if you are one of the wonderful backers for helping make this project reality. All right, guys, thank you so much. Cheers.